Guys, it's Anderson 977 here today to do Naruto chapter 689 review. Oh, that's a lot of chapters of Naruto. Now, this chapter of Naruto was, another. This chapter of Naruto was pretty insane in its own way, I have to admit. It seems like they have finally gotten rid of Kaguya. Finally. But who knows what will happen, who knows what will happen. Now I want to first talk about Kakashi got Sasuke Susanoo last week chapter of Naruto, right? He got Sasuke Susanoo because he was somehow able to copy that ability, but upon getting that version of Sasuke Susanoo, perfect Susanoo that is, in this week we see him use this unique attack called Kamui Shuriken, where he basically makes up these kind of black energy looking shurikens, throws them at this big massive chakra that was there with the arms, throws them at the arms. Once it throws them, then Kamui activates on the arm, sucking them into another dimension. So that attack, in my opinion, was pretty cool, so he combines shuriken with his Kamui ability. And his other ability that we see him demonstrate is Kamui Raikiri, right? Raikiri, that technique that we've normally seen him use before. He uses it, but he uses it in a Kamui way. So, but basically, the way I get it, it just basically appears like a normal Raikiri, where he just basically slice and strike. But I'm guessing that because it's Kamui Raikiri, it was able to take a part of Kaguya's arm into another dimension. That's why Kaguya's right arm was almost torn off. So, on Kakashi's part, that was some interesting techniques that we see him display from his newfound abilities. Him getting both of Obito's Mangekyo Sharingans, he's putting them to good use. We even see him dodge the attack from Kaguya, the attack where you get struck by the stakes and it makes you crumble. He basically just allows you to slip completely right through his body. So overall, we see Kakashi, he's been displaying some unique abilities, and that's impressive. Now, along the lines of them seeing Kaguya, right? All of a sudden, when at one point, when in this chapter they were fighting Kaguya, all of a sudden and Kakashi threw out his Kamui Shurikens, right? After that point, we see all of a sudden this massive chakra begin to come up from the earth, and then we see Kaguya's body begin to form out of that massive chakra, and we see this huge black ball called Gododama, right? And basically Naruto and Sasuke is basically saying that this Gododama, I think is the name of it, is the same balls that Naruto has around him, but except this is much bigger. This is on a completely different scale, and Kakashi is basically telling them that they can't be afford to be hit by this attack or to be sucked into this basically attack. So it's either now or never. They have to seal away Kaguya. They have to get rid of her. The time is really now. So all of them say, okay, they're going to give it their all, and they're going to see what they can do. Now we see Naruto use his clones in a unique way. When him and Sasuke try to jump against Kaguya and try to attack her, we see him basically use simple transformation technique where he makes a clone of himself. But it turns out that the Sasuke that seemed to be Sasuke coming from Kaguya's right was actually the real Naruto, and the Black Zetsu was trying to intervene by using one of those stakes to strike Naruto, but Kakashi actually uses his Kamui to get that out of the way, so that the real Naruto is there, and the one that was crumbling beside Kaguya to the right, which is actually a clone, Sasuke switched that clone with his real body, so he jumps in there at the right time, both of them coming in there, but Kaguya just at the right moment slip up and escape them, and all of a sudden, Sakura coming down from the sky punches her down, and both of them finally touches Kaguya. So we see Team 7, as Kakashi said earlier in this chapter, Team 7 is reunited. So we see all of them basically doing their part to seal away Kaguya and get her over with. So overall, I believe it was a pretty simple chapter of Naruto. Overall, pretty simple, but nonetheless, I think it was a good chapter of Naruto. It seems that we're finally approaching the climax, or we're finally approaching the end of this series, because once Kaguya is sealed, there's not anything much left, in my opinion, except maybe for that Naruto versus Sasuke fight, if that fight is really going to happen. In fact, who knows? Maybe it will happen, maybe it won't happen. Who knows what will happen to Naruto? Will he be Okage? Will Kakashi be the next Okage? Will it be Sasuke? All of these questions, right? And then once everyone comes out of the Infinite Tsukiyomi, then who knows what government system the world will still have. Will they still be divided in their village countries, or will they unite, or will they stay united rather, as they form this alliance to deal with the Fourth Shinobi War? Who knows what will happen? But overall, it seems like they're finally on the verge of defeating Kaguya, so that the story will now move in another direction. But overall, I thought it was a good chapter of Naruto. So that's it. That's my review. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Sayonara.